all day long. You stretched your...
My name is Ali. I've been a Christian most of my life. My parents went to church. My dad was the pastor. Being the pastor's kid, I thought that that equaled salvation for me, that I was a Christian, just by the fact that I went to church every week and that my dad was the pastor. I knew that being a Christian meant that you were different and meant living a life that stood out, and I didn't want to be different. I didn't want to stand out. I just wanted to live for myself. It wasn't until I moved out of home and I started travelling that I lost the routine of going to church. I wasn't reading my Bible. I didn't really have any direction in my life. I was just doing, just living for the world. Wasn't really doing anything. But even while I was doing that, I still called myself a Christian. I was definitely living for myself and just doing what pleased me and not what pleased God. God started to work in my life. Even while I wasn't living for Him, He still had me in His hand, and He was convicting me of my lifestyle. He was trying to show me what I was doing wrong, but I thought I needed to fix it on my own. I would go out and live for myself, and I would get drunk pretty much every night of the week, but I thought that if I didn't drink on Sundays that I would look good to God and I would be clean because of that. I even went on mission trips. I travelled to Africa and I built mud huts and did all this stuff that I thought would be pleasing to God. No matter how hard I tried to make myself look good and do all the right things, it wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough. I was never going to be, I was never going to be clean in God's eyes. I was still sinful and I was still living for myself. It wasn't until I really got a good understanding of what sin was that I then could understand what Jesus had done for me and why I needed Him in my life. And once I realised that He'd done it all for me, that I didn't need to do it myself, that's when I really could change and I was doing things for the right reasons. Ephesians 2 verse 8 to 9 says, "For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourself, it is a gift from God so that no one can boast." It's pretty cool knowing that I'm saved by grace and that that's a gift from God. I'm really grateful that He did it for me.
I abide in you and me. What patient, faithful love in